Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Doobie here, and we're gonna be doing a collective reading. I'm gonna call it a collective, general, whatever. I'm Zube. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is down below. Merry Christmas Eve, Happy Yule, all that shit. I hope you're having a great day. This is also going to be timeless. So if you are stumbling upon it whenever, and it resonates with you, there you go. But let's see, instead of asking for a reading for the general viewers, I want to ask for like a collective reading. So instead of I'm seeing like Waldo, right? Instead of doing a reading for, some of the Waldos that this might find out there, it's like, what's the temperature? What's the collective weather? So this could be going on around you. May not be exactly happening to you. I'm just gonna see how it fucking goes, okay? I don't know everything. I don't know much, actually. Justice. There's a lot of karmic, there's just a lot of karmic shit going on right now. I'm gonna share this because I just feel like it. But when I was in meditation this morning, my guides were like, good luck. Thanks. Thanks. There you go. Six of Pentacles. I'm not pulling these out in any particular order. I'm just going to kind of see what comes out. So we've got the Justice card and the Six of Pentacles. And the funny thing is, the Six of Pentacles is about balance as well, right? So the Justice card, what I love about this card is that she is looking at herself. In this one, she looks happier, and that one, she looks it's like dark. She's maybe sad, she's worried. And justice is always kind of like that. Like the justice card goes both ways, So I don't know. I always think it's funny whenever I read a meme or whenever I see something like on Facebook is kind of the most obvious to me where I can find it. Like whenever I see a meme and I'm like, ooh, so and so, or like so and so needs to see this. I'm like, oh, like if I have an emotional response to it, I'm like, oh, why is that speaking to me? You know what I mean? Like, why is that putting such a charge in me? Because maybe actually I need it. So where I'm going with this is um what goes around comes around. That's literally what this is kind of feeling like. And that's the good and the bad. So that can be hard, and I know I've been to rehab. Oh my God, I've made mistakes. Even when justice occurs, it doesn't always feel good, right? Even the parts that do feel good. What is this about? Like what kind of things are going on? That's what we're gonna ask. What kind of things are going on? Oh yeah. High Priestess. We're really going into the shadows. So that there, um, the High Priestess card is going within. I want to do three for this. The Lovers. That's choices. and the Queen of Swords. So we've got the general temperature. Things are coming back into balance. Okay. The Six of Pentacles is balanced giving and receiving. So is are we over giving? Are we being greedy? Do we are our friendships in balance? Are our family relationships in balance? Uh, do we feel, and it's the holidays. So of course, this shit is going to be on everybody's mind. Um, are there are there things we're doing because we feel like we're obligated to do them? And this has been on my mind a lot lately. You know, hold on, how do I want to proceed with this? Because it feels big, but I'm sure I can bring it down to something smaller. Like when we are fulfilling ourselves, fulfilling for maybe somebody's getting a pet for Christmas. I don't know. Fulfilling. That's really cute, actually. I had a fulfilling Christmas and then post a picture of your new puppy. Anyway, when we're fulfilling ourselves, when we are not doing things out of a sense of obligation, when we are and it being kind of selfish, but when we're taking care of ourselves, that might piss other people off to some degree, right? Because they rely on these unspoken contracts of giving and receiving. It's like, well, I do this for you, you do that for me, and that's how we go. I go to your house for the holidays. This is how it gets into family. Like, I do that, and then you owe me this, or like I feel obligated to do this. And it can even be as complicated as like, well, I made you, I made your favorite pie for Christmas dinner, so you have to come. And that's not to say that we don't like enjoy going with our families, but I know that's just a really simple way to look at this around the holidays. It's just this sense of obligation that we have to do this thing or that thing because others expect us to. And that's really what I'm feeling with this card. That's just one of the ways that this can come out. So this is collective. These are very general, but when we take care of our own wants and needs and don't do things, even if the reason that we don't do them is because we just don't fucking want to, right? And that doesn't mean like, you gotta feed your children or what and all that stuff. You guys are fucking smart. You know what I'm talking about. When we do that, other people might get angry, but we give them the gift of doing what they want to do. And even though they might not recognize that gift right away, and I don't know if it's the kind of thing that you can tell people necessarily, or if they'll ever in this lifetime appreciate it, but they can make themselves happy. So that's the general we've got, and we've got justice where, um, there's family relationships, ancestral shit. Uh, the sun is coming off of a square with Jupiter, so it's still kind of active for the next couple days. We might, and the moon is in Capricorn, so we're just moon in Capricorn. I was born with that. It's like your feelings are work. We're just like working through our feelings. We actually have a um oh, I thought of a word. I thought of a word. Oh, we have a clusterfuck of planets in Capricorn right now. So we're just in our the like we're working through our relationships and our feelings. This is where like what we do is kind of a job, which is funny because it lines up with um, Christmas and the holidays where we're working on ending the year. At least in the Gregorian calendar, we're working on our family relationships. We're making the food. We're cleaning the house so people can come over. We're wrapping up the kids in all their winter weather gear if you're in this hemisphere or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're like working on our family relationship. So, and that can mean that we're kind of getting into the like, this is working, that is not working. So with what's going on, we could be really burrowing within, which doesn't mean that we're not doing things on the superficial outside level, but we're really digging into like our inner feelings, our intuitions, connecting with the divine. Yeah, because we got the Queen of Swords too. The Queen of Swords is she's collecting her thoughts, she's listening, she's being observant. Swords are air energy, so that's communication, mind, our thoughts. We're contemplative, we're being critical, we're being logical, we might have a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts. And the lovers is so we're looking at relationships, could be romantic, could be family. But the lovers part is not only about like love relationships, it's about making difficult choices, making choices with our heart. And it does, okay, something just came. So we make decisions and choices with our heart. And sometimes that can be vulnerable. Like the lover's card is it's like when we make a decision with our heart, we're choosing to expose a vulnerable, like our feelings. We're exposing ourselves. When we make a choice, a decision with the mind, then the mind will just be at war with itself if it doesn't go right, or even if it does. But we want to think, we want our thoughts to kind of like our heart to make the choice and then our mind to execute that choice. So it's not being mindless. There is some critical thinking and planning, or stuff like that that has to go on, but we don't want to overthink it, and we want to listen. The Queen of Swords is receptive. She'll listen to others, but oh my God, shut up. I didn't even think of this, but look, so I pulled three cards and I'm talking about the mind and the heart. And we have the lovers in the middle, and the lovers is making a choice with our intuition. And it's almost like, you have the high priestess, which is the intuition, the heart, and then we have the mind here. It's feminine energy. So it's like we'll be guided. We're going to be guided. We want to be receptive to what others say, but when we move forward or when we proceed, there's a real going with the flow kind of energy here. I'm looking at the Justice card again. Look at ourselves. Okay, remember to look at ourselves. Other people are a reflection of us. Let me do they're silly. Oh, my desk is a mess. My desk is a mess. Ups and downs. The frog. I see life as an incredible ride, and I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what make things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourself makes for a good story. Oh, I love that. Okay. Mm, hold on. It's like we're receiving everything that's around, okay? That doesn't mean that we don't make decisions. It doesn't mean that we don't move forward or have plans, but there are ups and downs, and not getting overreactive to either. Um, because it's going to get very active outside of us. And so the more that we can find our center and remain there, and like contemplate before we speak, because there are paths that we're taking to proceed forward. But the funny thing is, for this, and I can't stop looking at this. So we have justice is the number 11, which 11 adds up to 2, and then the 6. And then here we have the priestess, which is the high priestess, which is number 2. And then 6 here, we have the number 6. So both of those add up to 8. 8 is manifestation. So it's like things are manifesting, and what is going to be manifesting are the things that the thoughts that we've been having. It's almost like time is going faster right now. That can't just be me, and I've read it elsewhere, so I know it's not just me. But like time is moving really, really fast. Our manifesting powers are happening very, very fast. So there's this quiet that we need to find within us, so that we don't get dragged too far out into what we're looking at, because if we react too much to what's going on outside, then we're going to be creating more of that chaos from within, because we're reacting instead of being like, okay, I see that. It's like I'm seeing instead of a fork, like instead of seeing just 2 paths from one where we're going to have to make a choice, it's like we're in this thing where there's a little offshoot all over the place, where we're making little mini choices. So we're practicing choosing with our heart. We're practicing choosing with our heart and recognizing karmic patterns, recognizing things that we repeat over and over and over again, and we're being given those opportunities to make new choices very quickly, instead of over a period of lifetimes. It's like that like God is like, do you see this? Do you see how you do this? Do you see how you do this? Do you see how you do this? Repeatedly, so that we really can see it. And the 6 of Pentacles, it being giving and receiving, where I'm kind of putting all of these together right now. It's like we're being given opportunities to learn. Like, are we recognizing the lessons, or are we just like, why is everything so fucked up? That's okay to do that too sometimes. But yeah, we want to be really mindful to recognize when we're projecting that there's just a lot of feminine energy in this, and everybody's got feminine energy. Feminine energy goes within, it listens, it receives, it's the yin, it's receptive. So we want to be receptive to the outside world, but while we're consciously meditating or creating with our thoughts and our heart what we want to see. It's like this cycle is being shown to us. I want to there it is. I want to pull one of these for some reason. I don't know. I see the picture of the box whenever I pull a new deck. I don't know if I've ever said that. Let's see what we're getting here. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be ups and like, whoop, I created that. I love Abraham Hicks has this thing where she'll be like, I did that. Even if it's something negative, she'll be like, I created that. All that glitters. Yes. Okay. All that glitters. That's so perfect, because it's pretty like I'm speaking from experience. It's a lot easier for me to learn not to be overreactive about negative stuff. That one has been pretty, it's a lot easier to me than not overreacting to positive stuff, because if you form an attachment to something that like, yay, it happened, it doesn't mean that we're not happy. It just means that we're not so easily drawn out of ourselves by all that glitters on the outside. Because when you put too much stock in something, then that's just something that can be taken away. And then what, you're sad again, you know? Yeah, it's like we don't want to get too attached to things because something could be really good and then boop, it's gone, you know. And we don't want to be that easily manipulated by all that glitters, by what's on the outside. Also getting, this is collective, so it's like there's a lot more things coming in. The pride comes before the fall. I'm getting for some reason on that. Like if something isn't going right, some of you collectively may be like, well, wait, I've done all the hard work. I've done all the hard work, and what I thought was happening isn't happening. Um, everything everything is a reflection of you. Are you okay without that? It's like not becoming attached to outcomes. I'm gonna do another one. Soulmate. Yeah, there's definitely some soulmate stuff going on. I feel like the people that we're close with right now, we're really close. We get the soulmates and the lover card. Like we know who our people are. We feel that. Um, and I would rest into that experience. You know, this is there's a lot that this energy is wild. It's like I could barely speak. I don't know, maybe that's just a general problem, but we're really lean on your people. Don't get attached to them. But I think we can share some really deep, intense stuff right now because it's like everyone is going through it. And it's the inner world, our inner experience that we're looking at, because there are some tough lessons that are coming to us. Like I said, like that path where, you know, and we're seeing repeating patterns quicker and quicker and quicker. Hopefully we're recognizing them. Um, and that's hard. That's hard work. It's like we're just going a little deeper into our wounds. I don't want to leave on that note. There's one more card. Mm, one of these, and then we're gonna call it good. All right, maybe two. Yeah, that's so funny. Don't think about it, do it. So that's so it's saying don't think about it. But look, she's listening. I did say we want to be receptive. Just do it. It's a don't overthink it. That's definitely a vibe that I'm getting from this. Lead with your heart, and let your mind follow. And you are in control of your own destiny. So if you're letting yourself get carried away by what's going on the outside, you're going to be easily distracted from planting the seeds within you and your own mind and moving forward. Anyway, I gotta go. That's what I got for you, and I hope you have a great day on Earth. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night or whatever. Peace. Namaste.